Hey Pisces, and welcome to your December reading. I'm the Urban Seer. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. So in today's reading, we're going to be looking at the month of December. First, we'll explore the overall energies at the start of the month and where you find yourself. We'll then look at work, finances, love life, what challenges you can expect throughout the month and how to manage them, and what blessings to expect throughout the month. We'll then end the reading by taking a look at where you find yourself as the month wraps up. If you do enjoy this reading, please do give me a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you're notified for all videos that I upload. I also go live 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, so be sure to join me there. And our tarot community. Just bring your questions and receive a free personalised reading. If you'd like a private personal reading, just click on the link to my Shopify store below in the description box. But without further ado, Pisces, let's have a look at your December reading. Okay, Pisces. So let's start off with your Oracle card. This is from the Urban Crow Oracle deck. And we have the fantastic card, Luck. So luck is back on your side. This often resonates with me. It's similar to the Wheel of Fortune of the tarot card. And I always hear the expression, the catch of the day. Look at this, it has a kind of golden energy around this fish, which this crow is catching. So it's a very abundant card. If you felt that luck maybe hasn't been on your side, that things have been a struggle, that the energy just hasn't quite been there, or a situation hasn't quite materialized in the way that you want, it's felt a lot of kind of hard work, effort, and not much reward, coming back, when the energy is there that helps ease things, and it's a combination of effort and luck, success in a way I always see. And so Pisces, as this sort of oracle card gives us an overview of the full month and sets the tone for the month and for this reading, and I just keep hearing luck is back on your side. So what a great way to kick off the reading for you, Pisces. Because then we move into the tarot, and the first placement is where you find yourself as you enter the month of December. Another very auspicious card is the Empress, a major arcana. The Empress is all about, it's like harvesting your crop. So again, reward. So after a time of effort, maybe after a time of struggle, in the beginnings of December where you find yourself is reaping rewards, moving into an Empress energy, which is very abundant. It's a card of nurturing, it's the divine feminine in the tarot deck. That's what the Empress represents, and all that that brings, which is a soft, nurturing energy. It's very abundant, it's very overflowing and full. So, like I say, that kind of harvest energy, being able to finally reap what you sow, Pisces. So, two wonderful cards to kick off December, which tells me this is going to be an auspicious and abundant month for you. And if things have felt difficult, this gives us a clear indication that things are going to get easier. See you coming into your own more, being seen as well more. If you felt like it hasn't paid off what you've been putting in and maybe feeling underappreciated, this has been appreciated and acknowledged, and people being able to see exactly who you are and what tremendous gifts that you have. We then focus on, this is the placement of work, career, Seven of Inspiration. This is about holding space. This is about being boundaried. This is about protecting your energy in the month of December. So maybe you have been challenged and pushed to in a place of boundaries, Pisces. So maybe work is asking too much of you. Maybe you've been, this is part of this effort and not being recognized and being kind of steamrolled a little bit at work, and trying to protect this space for your energy, for your, so that we stay inspired, so that we don't get burnt out, so that we don't feel resentful. By setting these boundaries for yourself, you're able to keep that balance. Because if you, and it does take effort and it does take intention to hold that boundary and keep checking in with yourself, because particularly if you work for a corporation, yeah, it can often be the case that there's always this push for more. And we need to really tune that out if we're able to survive and sustain work-life balance, really. Or even if you're self-employed, it can be hard to know when to stop when we're self-employed as well, that we always kind of have to be on, always thinking about our next move, and next direction of where to go with that. So this really talks to me about balance. This talks about defending yourself. If you are challenged by someone, just be direct, be clear about, no, this is kind of where, if I've left the building, I'm not contactable. That's just one small example of the way that we can do that. Protect your energy, because in the long term, it will make what you're trying to achieve more sustainable. If you give in and let them take up all this space, then you will burn out, and it will lead to more issues further down the line, essentially. Because finances, we have the Muse of Voices. It's nice to see, this is in the traditional deck, the Muse is a king. So it's nice to see that kind of leveling up energy in your place of finances. The Muse of Voices is about clarity as well. So maybe getting some clarity about your financial situation after some murky circumstances or situations, not quite knowing how your finances are going to pan out sort of as you head into 2025. But the Voices is all about communication, clarity. It can be about needing to bring this energy as well, if there's about facing truths and about being realistic and about having communications with those in your life about money and saying, look, this is my situation, this is realistically how it's going to look and how it's going to be, and getting things in order in that way, like not just hoping for the best. This is getting all your ducks in a row and getting clarity on your situation. But with it being king energy, I feel like that this is It brings a mature energy. It brings like a grown-up approach to our finances. It's not a sense of lack, is what I'm trying to say as well. It's not about having, it kind of has an abundant energy to me because it is a muse. You're on the right track, but keep pushing forward with that. Pisces sometimes are avoidant, yeah. There's no kind of getting away from that. Sometimes Pisces are dreamers and can have their head in the clouds and be a little bit unrealistic. So just to be sure in the month of December about finances, to keep sharp, be savvy, make the right decisions, and have those difficult conversations about finances with those around you if you feel like that needs to happen. Bring that realistic energy of the Muse of Voices. Muse of Voices is committed to their truth, and it's a lot about self-preservation. And if someone is maybe draining your resources as well, that can be the message for some of you. You kind of need to get tough on that situation, and it's about cutting things off sometimes, or cutting people off, maybe even financially cutting them off. A specific message for some of you if they're kind of taking advantage of your generosity. We then move into the placement of love, and we have the beautiful energy, the Page of Materials, Pisces. This is a lovely energy. There is a connection here. If you're single, this can be about connecting, making a real and genuine connection. Page of Materials can be about an offer coming your way, a tangible offer. If you're in separation, the connection is very much still strong here. Or if you're in union, there is, I always see, when I see this card, I always hear like that you've met your match. It's a meeting of minds in some ways. And Page of Materials is about steady progress. It's about needing to be patient with this situation. So don't try to rush this in any way to try and jump ahead. There's no getting round, taking shortcuts with this situation. It's about just building trust, showing up every day, being consistent, as this, just very similar to how this rose would grow. You know, you can't make it grow faster than what it naturally is going to grow at the rate that it's going to grow. Yeah, this person's dress that's full of blossoms talks about steady growth, beautiful growth, and a more abundant energy. But Page of Materials is about needing patience. So you're going in the right direction. You are making progress this month of December, Pisces, in love, getting things on track, going the right direction, but just don't try to push it. I'm going to ask, I like to bring in the Hidden Truth Oracle at this time, Pisces, as well. This brings us message from your person. So whoever if you have, for those who have a specific person on your mind, this is for you. So if you're in separation or in a connection, whatever your situationship is, this is messages from your person. So Spirit, what does Pisces person want to say that maybe they're not able to say? I know that I crossed the line with you. Okay, so for some of you, this refers back to someone who has pushed that boundary, who has crossed the line with you, and they're now feeling some kind of remorse. They know that. They know they're messed up. If you're going to recover from this, it needs to be that patient energy that we bring. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. You're very much still on their mind. Oh, these cards are really jumping out. They've definitely got something to say. And one more, please, Spirit. What Pisces person? I want to tell you how I feel. So if you have lacked clarity or are in no contact, maybe for some of you, or if you're in a connection and feeling like someone's not really being honest with you about how they're feeling. They are nearing to that point in December where they're ready to speak out and reach out to you and speak their truth. So just try to hold on to and remember that this page of materials, when this is all going down, bring that energy, Pisces. I'm mainly hearing patience, and you'll be okay if you can just be patient. Let's move on to challenges throughout the month now. We have 6 of materials, and this is about balance. This is all about give and take. And I feel like this can hark back to, for some of you in this work, about having a boundary, about not to give too much to a situation, or say a relationship like loved ones. It can go across the board for this, but a challenge, an ongoing challenge throughout December, is about trying to strike that balance. This is where you'll blossom. Okay, this is where you'll succeed the most, Pisces. If you give too much to anything really, that you are going to drain yourself and burn yourself out, and it's not going to be sustainable. Check back in as well about what you're getting back. You know, when you give to a situation, check in with relationships, with work, you know, that what are you actually getting back in response? Does it match what you're giving? If it doesn't, then take a step back to rectify this. This is going to lead to success and blossoming if you can strike this balance. This is like that sweet spot, I feel, where, you know, your person will be happy, work will be happy with you, and you'll be happy as well, because you won't feel resentful and stressed about over stretching yourself, giving too much, like butter spread over too much bread expression. Work to avoid that this month, Pisces. You do, because you are so empathic and giving, and sometimes struggle with boundaries. This is an ongoing thing, but try to understand that the road to success is about creating something sustainable. Because blessings, we have the 7 of materials, progress, on track, feeling focused about your goals and desires. There is a stable energy about this. With it being materials, this is ruled by the element of earth. Now, the 7 of materials, this has cropped up for a number of signs actually throughout the month of December. It's about also taking a moment to assess your situation. So rather than just sort of blindly laying these flowers down, which has been good, you've come far, you've worked hard. So we've seen that throughout this reading, that you've worked hard and put effort into something. But now it's just as important to be strategic. Okay, so don't just give blindly to a situation or to someone. Actually be strategic about where you are heading, and that there's a real plan in place here. So the expression came up earlier in another reading about, when this card came up, working smarter, not harder. Again, about staying boundaried and balanced. This is a continuation. So with this being a blessing, it's that this month gives you the opportunity, now that maybe luck is on your side, now that acknowledgement is starting to come through more as you move into the divine feminine, you get the opportunity to look at what works and keep doing that, and disregard what doesn't, and begin to actually plan for the future and take a strategic approach. So I feel like that's the blessing, is that this month you get the opportunity to actually do that. So really look at the bigger picture, Pisces, of your situation. What is the end goal? Don't just expect it to happen if you just keep pouring energy into this, that you're going to magically kind of get to that destination. There needs to be some thought in order for you to get there, and some strategy in place about how this realistically is going to happen, is going to work. You will get there, but there needs to be strategy involved. Because we move on to the next card here, which is the end of the month, of where you find yourself, and it's victory, success. That's what the 6 of inspiration represents. Look at this woman here who is victorious. Yeah, all this beautiful golden bright energy that surrounds her. There's like a spotlight on her. I feel like there is acknowledgement here. Harking back to this kind of Empress energy here, I feel like, in the divine feminine, but you know, this is genderless. It doesn't matter that this, you know, like say what gender that we're reading here, she, he, person. The sixth of inspiration, we end the month on victory, on success, on a note of success. And I feel like this is a particular milestone that you have been working on. It's not just about working to success and victory. I feel like it's actually becoming real and tangible. So receiving some kind of accolade, receiving some, reaching some kind of milestone, receiving news, just with luck being on your side as well. I actually see it really happening by the end of December. Some breakthrough, some milestone that's very significant to you, Pisces, that represents success to you. That can apply to many areas and many things for you. So is it a reconciliation of a relationship, moving in together? Is it a promotion? Is it a financial windfall? You know, whatever that is for you, this is you really receiving this by the end of December, which is great to see. Final messages. Interesting, we have the Two of Emotions. This is the card of a soulmate connection. So for some of you, this can be like ending on a love reading note for you, a deepening of a connection, a reconciliation with your specific person, and that being that success as well for you. Just going to ask one more card for this. With it being Pisces, you know, in the element of water as well, this is emotion, so this is ruled by that. I feel like you're moving closer into being more in balance with yourself and who you are as well. If you can hold this boundary, if you can, which like I've said before that sometimes Pisces struggle with, I feel like if you can preserve your energy and put up those boundaries, that you'll feel more comfortable in your own skin and feel more in tune, this card as well, about in tune with your spirit and just happier about who you are really, and being able to understand that you can be yourself and still succeed. That's for those where love and romance may not be what's important for you at the moment. So this is kind of a connection and deeper understanding with yourself and your soul contract and your journey, your path. For others, this is about connecting to a soulmate. Spirit, just tell me more about these two of emotions for Pisces, please. Yeah, so after a period of pain and suffering, this Ten of Voices is about some kind of betrayal, sometimes it can be, or it can be about the pain and suffering that you felt that almost have come from being yourself and being misunderstood. That's what comes through with this card. And the 10 being the ending of that, the closure of that. You know, Pisces have a tendency to feel everything. Look at that, feel every knife in the back, every cut that someone hurts us or something doesn't work out, and carrying that with you for some time. And you feeling like that maybe it's not okay to be yourself, that you feel too deeply, you are too empathic, when actually that's your gift, Pisces, that's your power. And this month in December, being able to put that down, have closure on this painful period. For some of you, that's meeting someone who really understands you and having a partner and a soulmate. For others, this is a connection and deepening understanding with yourself and your true nature and your soul, connecting to your soul and understanding that and being more okay with that. And then that's like a really life-changing moment, actually. And the Ten of Voices is being able to finally get some closure on those issues for you, Pisces. So take what resonates with that. But ending on quite an emotional note there. You know, that was in the final messages placement, and that came through with quite a strong and powerful message for you, Pisces. But ultimately we end on success and victory, some closure on something painful, and luck is on your side. So all good stuff happening here, Pisces. Ultimately, I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. Leave any comments in the section down below. It's always great to get feedback from you and your situation, how this reading resonated. Be sure to subscribe as well, so you'll be notified when I do upload videos. And it would be great to see you on one of the lives as well. Just bring your questions there for a personal free reading. But wishing you love and light for the month of December, Pisces, and beyond.